Alright folks, welcome back to Derelictronics. Tonight I want to look at this IBM PC 300XL. This is a workstation that came out in, I think, 1997. It has a Pentium 2 266 megahertz processor. It currently has 64 megs of memory. I'm going to be slipping another. This is just a nice little workstation. I have removed the IDE hard drive and replaced it with an IDE CF card reader. And it has Windows NT 3.5 installed on it. The case, I really like the case. It's solid, it's easy to access. You'll see that in a few minutes. I like the bezel, the sliding cover to cover the CD-ROM and floppy drive. You also have the part number, serial number down here. One thing it doesn't have is a reboot or a reset button. It only has a power button on it. But other than that, it's just a nice little machine. So let's flip around here. I'm going to crack the case open and we'll get that memory installed, and we'll also have a look at the ports on the back. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and crack open the case here. I'm going to flip it around to the back side here so you can see what it looks like. On the back you have video network, USB, parallel port, mouse and keyboard ports, and you also have a couple of what looks like serial ports here. To open a case, there would typically be a little tab right here. Push down on the tab and pull back on the other side of the case, like so. And this slides off. On the inside here you have this maintenance diagram. It shows you the components and the CMOS settings, CMOS jumper settings. Alright, on the inside here, tilt up. You can see I've pulled out the IDE hard drive and replaced it with CF card reader, IDE CF card reader. Pentium 2 266 megahertz processor, 2 sticks of 32 meg RAM, and I'm about to add in a third stick here. So let me get that open and we'll get it installed. Alright, so I do have the memory here. I found a stick on eBay for like 15 bucks, 32 megs. I do want to show you the memory though. It is not standard SD RAM. It is 168 pin. It is the same socket as SD RAM. These machines are very specific though. Apparently they require specifically 16 nanosecond sticks of 3 volt RAM. So I'm going to pop this in here and see how it goes. Alright, so I'm going to pop the case back on, we'll get it connected back up to the monitor keyboard, and we'll make sure it recognizes all 96 megs of memory. Alright, so as I was closing the case, I realized I didn't really show much of the inside of the case, and I thought that might be interesting for some people to see. So I already mentioned the CPU and RAM. You notice it has a PCI and ISA riser card here. That is held in place by this bracket that goes from the front to the back, and the bracket also has the hard drive caddy installed on it. Underneath there, you can see the remainder of the motherboard. P1, P2 power connectors. There's a CMOS battery somewhere down in there, and there's also a power connector going to the back of the riser card, and the riser card just slots in here like so. There is the CMOS battery right there, and that sits in like that. Alright, I will go ahead and get this closed up and we'll power it on now. Alright, so I got some classic 90s peripherals hooked up here. Everything is connected, so I'm going to power on and see if it recognizes 96 megs of memory. Oh, good. 98,304 kilobytes of system memory, so it apparently has about 2 megs of onboard memory as well. And if we're lucky, it should start booting into NT 3.5. We'll let it load here. The boot time isn't bad. I haven't ran 3.5 on any other workstations other than this one, so I don't really have a good comparison. But I feel like 96 megs of memory and a 266 Pentium 2 is sufficient. Plus, it's booting off an CF card, so better than an old ID disk. All right, and there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. You can see my monitor has some pressure damage there, but it booted right up. It has 96 megs of memory. We can load up real quickly RetroZilla and show the internet working on it. If you can see what's on Reddit tonight. Of course, this is modern Reddit. Or I better be at old. Alright, so take two with loading Reddit. Pro tip, don't go to the current Reddit. Go to old.reddit.com. It loads much better on a machine with only 266 megahertz and 96 megs of memory. It's still not blazing speed, but I mean, it's still pretty fast for a machine of this age and an OS of this age. Overall, I think this IBM PC 300XL is an awesome machine for Windows NT and maybe 95. I think if you were putting Windows 98 on here with only 96 megs of memory, you'd be crawling a bit. I mean, it'd still run, of course, but I think the machine is perfect hardware for NT 3.5 at least in Windows 95. The only thing I don't like about this machine is it doesn't have a reboot button. There's only a power button behind this piezo. But other than that, I love the case. It's solid. I love the form factor. It's just a nice mid-90s desktop. So that's all for tonight, and I'll see you on the next video.